In the world of watches where some new releases don't even look any different or a new model is just another copy and paste, it can be difficult to stand out from the crowd, a bit like running a YouTube watch channel. When Seven Friday flew across my radar a while ago, I was immediately intrigued. Upon reaching out to the brand, Nick from Mad Associates was kind enough to send one my way for a few weeks. And not just a standard model. This is the P3C07 White Carbon Limited Edition. Now, SevenFriday have been around since 2012, and the unique case shapes and dial designs that are borrowed from industrial elements such as engines, machines, and wheels are certainly a standout, and they're right up my alley. The 47.6mm by 47mm black PVD case is large but manages to wear surprisingly well on my 17cm wrist. If anything, it's the width horizontally across the wrist that lends its sizing to those in the bigger wristed category, and I'm afraid to say those below 15cm may struggle with this one. Case thickness is 15mm with a rather hefty 28mm lug width, although the strap does taper down to 24mm at the buckle. Speaking of this, the genuine black semi-matte calfskin leather base strap with a white inlaid seatbelt nylon material is considerably thick, yet manages to flex easily and is comfortable on first wear. Now, white is not my colour of choice for a strap, but it works well here and suits the theme of the watch. The buckle is also PVD treated, and this shows great attention to detail. Now, while I aesthetically find it a little larger than I typically prefer, comfort was not an issue. The case's integrated lugs and padded strap make the P3 easy to wear for such a large watch. It's still nearly impossible to slip it under a cuff, but I feel you wouldn't wear a watch like this to hide it under your shirt or jacket anyway. The distinctive, squarish case with rounded corners, or aka cushion case, comprises of a three-piece construction with the main case having a PVD treatment, while the bezel and animation ring are in genuine carbon fibre. There's a small white lacquer line or groove that runs around the edge of the case, and this provides separation between the front and side profiling of the case. On the case back, we are met with a screw-in polish number with some details that discloses key information on the product's origins, like the watch's reference number and dimensions, just to name a few. And did I mention this as a limited number? 500 to be exact. Another neat trick is that each P3C07 white carbon model is equipped with an NFC, or a near field communication chip, which enables the authentication and registration of official Seven Friday watches by consumers and retailers using a proprietary app. Otherwise, there's minimal sloping or angles to the case, and the white carbon wears flat across the wrist and exactly as the sizing suggests. At the 3 position, the 8mm signed and screw down crown helps provide 100 meters of water resistance and is very easy to manipulate, and winding of the Miyota 8 to S7 movement being pretty smooth. The movement beats at 21,600 vibrations per hour and is a self-winding mechanical caliber, with Miyota being owned by Citizen. Pulling the crown out allows hacking and time-changing capabilities, and a full wind provides around 40 hours of power reserve. Hiding behind the hardened mineral glass is a heavily layered and detailed dial. There's effectively 4 layers of construction here. On the outer portion, there's a large sunray brushed gunmetal colour minutes track with the 40 to 60 minute zone highlighted in white, kind of like a tachymeter found in a car. There's also large applied indices at 12, 4 and 8 hours filled with white luminous. Beneath the large logo, the arch plate with numerals at 12 and 2 is also made from genuine carbon fibre, which carries a theme through the entire watch. Up front we have large minute and hour hands, which are attached via a disc shape, again matching the subdials with more details. This also allows very easy time reading due to their size, despite the somewhat chaotic look of the watch. Not once was a second glance required to read the time. The large subdial at the 4 position is running seconds, but rather than using a single hand, Seven Friday use a disc here with the seconds being shown on a 180 degree display with 2 pointers indicating the 0 to 30 and the 30 to 60 second intervals. I find this to be super cool and a creative way of displaying an otherwise normal indication on a watch. At the 7, there's a partial open display of the movement showing the balance wheel without going into the extreme of a skeleton style watch, while at the 9 position there's a 24-hour AM/PM indicator, again on a rotating disc setup. In between the subdials there's a black textured, almost sandblasted finish which completes the industrial automotive motif. On first glance, you're certainly taken back with the amount of depth and textures to the dial, but after spending a few days with the white carbon, I found myself smiling and just admiring the small rotating discs and the pure, unique look of this watch. Lume is a little unfortunate on this piece, but I must say the large white hands are visible even in lower light situations. Clearly, this is a large, bold watch. It's not for everyone, and I get that. And it's probably not suited to all environments. I did, however, find myself falling for this one more than I thought. Its clever details and slightly obscure way of presenting analog time display from a visual standpoint is almost futuristic. The white carbon's greatest strength is its visual impact and interest. While the P3 doesn't offer full-blown haute horology like MB&F or VC for example, it does cost a fraction of those mentioned. If you're someone interested in haute horology and looking for a solidly built watch offering many of the same visual cues and inspiration as others, the SevenFriday P3C could be a great option. I just want to thank you all for the support during this turbulent year. It's only been about 7 months since I launched the channel, and I'm learning new things every time I create a review, thanks to all your comments and feedback and subscriptions. Every little new subscriber keeps me motivated to continue sharing my passion of watches and videography with you all, and I hope that you continue to enjoy the content in the years ahead. Stay safe out there, Happy New Year, and see you all in 2021. Thanks for watching, cheers guys.